There's some breaking news. The Pittsburgh Steelers have just made a massive move. And folks, it finally happened. The wait is over. Aaron Rodgers has signed with the Pittsburgh Steelers. But not only that, we have the exact contract and following months of speculation regarding not only whether or not he would sign with the Steelers, but what that number will be. We have that number, and we also have the shocking truth behind why he waited so long and what the number is. Ton to go around this episode. Before we get into it, quick reminder, hit that subscribe button. You guys have been an absolute beast with the support. Folks, a lot to discuss today, and let's dive right into it. You can see right here, moments ago, breaking, Aaron Rodgers and the Steelers agree to terms on a one-year deal via Adam Schefter, confirmed, by Tom Pelissero. So, folks, the wait is over, and I've been talking about videos now for months. Everyone was waiting. Okay, is Aaron Rodgers going to sign with the Steelers? Is it going to be a waiting game? It was already a waiting game, but are they going to go with Drew Aller, Will Howard? There were so many questions that ultimately got brought up. And it got confirmed, folks. He is a Pittsburgh Steeler. Now, I'm going to dive into the money figure. I'm going to dive into a lot of different things in this episode. The truth why he waited so long. But let's just take a minute to at least appreciate now. They're going for it this season. Now, they're not obviously all in the sense of it's boom or bust, right? You're going to be having Aaron Rodgers next year. You have the additions of Michael Pittman, all these guys. And now you have 1 year of Aaron Rodgers to help you try to win a playoff game, maybe, hopefully win the Super Bowl, obviously, but get to the point where you can actually be comfortable with your quarterback. And I don't think they were comfortable, paying a lot of these guys in what is quote unquote a win now, mode for this team and not have a decent quarterback. They're going to obviously reposition either through Will Howard or Aller in the 2027 season. But let's dive into it. You can see here from Adam Schefter, compensation update. He's expected to sign a 1 year deal worth up to $25 million. The deal is expected to include a base salary between 22 and 23 with up to a few million more in incentives. The deal still needs to be finalized and signed. So, folks, it was a hefty contract. Now, is 1 year, $22 or $23 million going to drastically change what this team can do going forward or anything like that? Absolutely not. It's a 1 year deal at a number figure that everyone's fairly comfortable with. But in the same vein and at the same time, it's not cheap. I was hoping 1 year 15, figured they'd go up to 1 year 20. And I said multiple times in the channel, if it's above 1 year, $20 million, then it starts to get a little bit uncomfortable. But were they going to let it go for $2 or $3 million? We don't know exactly as of the time of recording what the incentives are, but I want you guys to comment down below. Do you think this is too much money? Obviously now, something not talked about enough, brand new coaching staff. We saw what he could do last year, but he's reunited with Mike McCarthy. Mike McCarthy is known to get the most out of quarterbacks. We could see a drastic improvement in his production this year. And last year, there was obviously, you have a better O-line, right? And Rodgers is slow. He's pretty slow right now. He takes some sacks, takes a lot of sacks, things like that. But I actually like the move, quite frankly. I don't hate it, I guess. The number is a little steep. Let's be honest. It's a little bit steep. Now, I'm curious to see what you guys think about it. Maybe the number won't be super steep in your guys' eyes because, again, it's the difference between a few $1 million on a 1 year deal and the Steelers have the salary cap for it, right? So it's not the end of the world. In the same vein, if they could have got that down to 17, 18 million, we'd probably be feeling a little bit better about it because ultimately, clearly, Aaron Rodgers had leverage in the situation. He got the number that he wanted, right? This is kind of the amount that they wanted, and that's what some fans are talking about. The Steelers are so dumb. They were so desperate that they lost all leverage. I think it's a pretty stupid take to a degree. Yes, they obviously, I guess, lost some leverage because they were desperate. The Steelers were never going to let him walk. Let's say their number was 20 million, Omar Khan in front office and ownership. But Aaron Rodgers' number was 22, 23. At the end of the day, you're going to get it done. Because the $2 or $3 million, not my money. It doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things. It is a 1 year deal. It's not going to hinder them going forward. It's not going to stop them from signing anybody else. So why wouldn't you just give him the money? And I don't even think that was the case. I think that there was a very good chance that the Steelers themselves were willing to pay him that because you're in a position to quote unquote win now. And you add Aaron Rodgers now to this room. Let's not forget, you have Jaylen Warren, Rico Dowdle, one of the best running back duos in the NFL. You have DK Metcalf, Michael Pittman Jr., and Jeremy Bernard, one of the better wide receiving cores if everything goes right. You have Pat Freiermuth and Darnell Washington. You have an improved O-line, whether that be Broderick Jones or most likely Dylan Cook. You have Jennings Dunker, a fantastic draft pick. You acquired and signed Brock Hoffman. Zach Frazier looking to have a great third year. You have Troy Fatano. You have someone who's not pictured here in Max Ianachur, who's going to be really, really good. You have a way better O-line, way better offense, way more weapons. Folks, we were watching Aaron Rodgers throw to DK Metcalf, obviously, which is good. But down the stretch, no DK Metcalf. Adam Thielen, Marquez Valdez-Scantling, those were the guys he was throwing to. Now you have way more weapons and a better running back room. Now that might be debatable. Obviously, I'm going to go with Rico Dowdle over Kenny Gainwell, but at the same time, you can make the argument. Now, something else that Adam Schefter said that caught my eye here. Obviously, they have their new quarterback room, right? That's just the way it is. But they're in a pretty good position. As you can see here, the Steelers' voluntary offseason practice sessions begin this Monday, and Aaron Rodgers is expected to be there. Rodgers didn't commit to the Steelers last year until their mandatory minicamp in June. This year, he will be there earlier. So yes, I mean, all the speculation, I guess, was right and wrong. Like, obviously, there was talks about how he didn't wait as long as last year, right? Last year was June. This year, now he's at the point where he can go out and still be a part of the voluntary sessions. He can work with, keep in mind now, Drew Eller, Will Heyward. At the very least, you look at the quarterback room, it's in a fantastic spot now. You have Aaron Rodgers. Mason Rudolph can be your backup, I guess, but I'm kind of over Mason Rudolph. I wouldn't be surprised if they release him, or they won't, but I wouldn't be disappointed if they release him, rather. You have Will Heyward, who's going to develop behind Aaron Rodgers, and said multiple times on podcasts and in public that he would be fine with that. Drew Eller, obviously recent, third-round draft pick. Sure, let him go, right? Recent draft pick. Let him thrive potentially behind Aaron Rodgers. I don't hate it. Comment down below what your thoughts are on the overall move. Again, is it steep? Yes. Did they lose leverage? Maybe. At the end of the day, I'm fine with this. But boy, for this number, do they need to win a playoff game? I think this season would be a success if they can win a couple playoff games. Obviously, the Steelers haven't won a playoff game in forever. But keep in mind, this is year 1 of 5 for Mike McCarthy. How can he develop these guys? How will Jeremy Bernard develop? How will Aaron Rodgers, help some of the younger guys develop? Those are all things, because last year, you look at his stats, he was 10-6, right? Like, he was fine. Almost, you have a bit over 3,000 yards, missed a game. He's been decent back-to-back seasons. Love him or hate him, he was the best option available, probably. And you can argue Will Heyward and things like that. But now that we have Aaron Rodgers locked in, let's have a quick look once again at the schedule. Now, obviously, it's fully released. I covered this briefly in my video earlier today. Feel free to check it out after you've watched this one in its entirety. But you start with the Falcons, the Patriots, the Bengals, the Browns, the Colts. So comment down below what you predict their record to be in the first 5 weeks. So I'm going to predict, I think they're going to start off hot, man. I could see 3-2 would make some sense, but I could even see 4-1. You beat the Falcons, you beat the Bengals, you beat the Browns, you beat the Colts, and you might lose to the Patriots, right? Patriots are obviously really good, but their bye week comes week 9, which is pretty good. It's smack dab in the middle of the season. Hopefully you can win against the Saints and the Browns, go into the bye week with a couple wins feeling really good, and then come out against a very good, obviously what's supposed to be a very good Cincinnati Bengals team. You play the Eagles after that. And then in the preseason front, we get to start watching football in 3 months here or so. So August 13th, exactly 3 months from a couple days ago. You have the Packers, the Jets, the Bills. All 3 games will kick off at 7 p.m. That's a chance to watch some Drew Allers. That's a chance to kind of see Max Ionichur maybe for a few snaps here. I'm pretty pumped up, ladies and gentlemen. I'm fired up. So comment down below what your thoughts are on this. Again, you pair this with the move they made yesterday with Max Ionichur. They're in a pretty good spot, right? A big contract signed in Aaron Rodgers, big contract signed Isaac and Max Ionichur as well. I think the team is in a pretty darn good spot, even though they may have lost a little bit of leverage. Comment down below what you would grade this signing on a scale from F to A. I'm going to go with a solid B. I think it makes some sense. You had no other choice. Compared to other options, A+, just because I'm pretty high on Aaron Rodgers in general. Comment down below your thoughts, folks. Thank you guys for watching. See you later. Cheers.